Greetings. A weird topic, but musings, an out there topic, just for the hell of it, right? Which is the arrogance of clarity. The background, right? um, I'm not gonna cut down to chains. I'm talking about people who think they know it all and they have the clear picture. No, you don't. Fuck off. The end, right? Video over. Here's what, I find the problem with this, right? As more time passes, people start thinking they know things, and because when they think they know things, they think that gives them power, and because of that, they do things that they're not supposed to. And again, everything can be done if matured properly. People don't mature this properly. People think that just because they have a clear consensus on a certain part of reality, that gives them dominance on all parts of reality. I'm very specifically targeting technocrats here. Science should rule the world. Science is the most right we've ever been. But let's not forget, science became the most right because they did the most wrongs. There was a time where it was science to leech people for health. There was, dark ages. Now we have devices that tell us what to do. Back in the day, people thought germs were a ridiculous theory. People funny enough, there's this, next to history, there's an episode on Jon Snow. Not Jon Snow from the Game of Thrones show, but rather Jon Snow, the person who discovered one thing or another, and eventually his discoveries led to a sewage system in London, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong or whatever. So people didn't think that shitting and then taking your shit and throwing it out the window and living next to a pile of your own shit, maybe that's not a good idea. Imagine that, right? It's ridiculous, right? The way we see it right now. But back then, it's common consensus to do that. So, think about that. Back in the day, people used to go into a doctor's office and smoke while they're asking what's wrong with their lungs, because the doctors promoted smoking because it gave you this or gave you that or fix this or fix that. And cigarettes do that, but there's also these other things that you need to worry about, right? Health-wise, with the cigarette. So, to think that you know enough to give you dominance over areas of life, it's ridiculous. I believe in science, therefore this poetry stuff or your feelings are wrong or your art is stupid or whatever. Or those people who sit down and everything about the story, if it doesn't make sense, is wrong, and there's no suspension of belief, no enjoying, no, it's just logically that this does not make sense, therefore I shall not do it, blah 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 blah. It's stupid. And then, oh no, policies based on culture is wrong as long as the science is sound. It's weak. It's a weak argument. Just because the newest discovery tell you that buttered fucking buttered bread is better than an apple, doesn't mean that you, the person who ate apples all your life and is relatively healthy, should switch. There's more factors to that. You need to test, you need to whatever, and the person who knows this information, would ridicule you for not doing the thing they consider is the most correct scenario based on science, weak, Culture isn't that, life isn't that simple. So, again, knowing, this happens a lot with psychology too, or God forbid if somebody puts you in in a typology of sorts, like astrology or the MBTI or the Enneagram and all that. Oh, you know, you are so Aquarius. Oh, god damn it! I hate Scorpions. They're so annoying. You know, when they do that thing. Oh my god. Uh, the I don't know. Polio is. Polio are just always so fucking stubborn. It's annoying. Uh, like just because you know this new thing doesn't mean you know the fucking universe. Stop acting like it. And I've seen people whenever they adopt a typology of sorts, like, oh god damn it, stop being, in the MBTI there's the concept of a superior, a dominant function and an inferior function. God damn it, don't use your inferior function on me. Or if you go to fucking the Enneagram, and the Enneagram is like a measure of insecurities, basically, as far as I know. And the way it goes is, if you're like, let's say you like traveling around, and if you get locked down, you feel like chained. Well, you'd be Enneagram 7 or something, right? And so you do something that relates to that. It's like, god damn it, I hate these 7W5s. You fucking, you just want to choke them, just because because you don't think the system works, right? Or you don't think that point relates to this. It relates to you getting beaten up by your dad. It relates to you getting in school and people spitting on your face. It relates to you like getting a job, staying at it too long, and then realizing that you've wasted your life. So you like traveling around. There are so many things that could be it. And if only you asked a question instead of making a defined statement, this would have went so much better, right? It's like, do you think it's because this, and that? Very different from, oh, you're so this, and that right now. Or you're wrong because, look, this paper says you're wrong. Or this study says you're wrong. Or, I love that bit on, again, Bill Burr. I'm a huge fan of Bill Burr. I go to, I already have my mind made up, and then I go to imright.com and just download a bunch of stats in my head, and then just puke them out whenever somebody wants to dispute it. I don't think cigarettes are bad. Maybe they're bad to some people, but they're good for me. So I like cigarettes. I don't think they're bad for me. Well, studies say that 60% of smokers get cancer, 70% of people get lung defiliation, 70% gets the prostiosis subustifustus from fucking smoking. Like, shut the fuck up. I smoked all my life. Feels nice. Helped me with my work. Helped me get through stressful times. I like smoking. Didn't harm me so far. I do the necessary step. I take the walk to wash the nicotine off. I am a healthy person. I just like my nicotine buzz. No. This place says whoever smokes is bad, therefore you're bad, therefore you need to recognize that you're bad. You need to admit it, and you need to amend for your ways. Come on. You have till 3. 1, 2, come on, people, be reasonable. Just be alright. Don't think you know things, It's fine. You don't know. Or if you do know, you don't have it full. Have it be open, open for interpretation. Open for discussion, open for expansion, open for alteration, all of that fancy schmancy shenanigans that the scientists do to be right. You become the most right by discussions and being wrong. So yeah, be wrong. It's fun. It's amazing. I love the example that I always try to align to best, which is I fuck up 1,000 times or 100 times, or whatever the saying is. I fuck up 100 times. So when the one time it matters that I don't need to fuck up in, I don't, because I've covered all the angles, and I've pulled this off hundreds of times, and people see it and they recognize that about me. I'm the type of person who, when you teach a new game, fucks up the first 5 times, so the 6th time doesn't have to do, 6 times just on point, boom, 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 And whenever I'm practicing a new thing, I always fuck up, and everybody's like, you're bad today, and I'm like, yeah, I'm practicing. I'm getting to it. So when it matters, I can do and achieve. You see, like the gold medal, like where over here, like that's a prime, or that's not gold, that's bronze. That bronze medal was like it came from that. It came from me practicing so many times and people looking at my poor performance, thinking I'm gonna do bad in a tournament, and then I show up to a tournament and I kick so much ass. Everybody's like, "What the fuck? Where did you come from? You're not the person I've played with yesterday." Well, yeah, yesterday I was practicing. Yesterday I was getting ready. Yesterday I was getting to the point where I get so good that I'm right, and I do the right things, and know the correct ways of dealing with things, and knowing the right answer to the question. So yeah, 2 cents on the issue. See you guys in the next one.